On a seemingly ordinary evening in Tel Aviv, the city's pulse beat as usual. People were going about their lives unaware that a devastating plot was unfolding in their midst. A suicide bomber, armed with a deadly explosive device, walked down Lehi Road in South Tel Aviv. His intentions were clear: to wreak havoc and cause massive casualties. But what happened next was nothing short of a miracle. The terror group Hamas, in coordination with another extremist group, had meticulously planned this attack. Their goal was not just to take lives, but to spread fear and terror. They claimed responsibility for the explosion that shook Tel Aviv, confirming that this was a suicide bombing, a brutal attempt to bring the violence of war into the heart of Israel's cities. But something extraordinary happened. As the bomber made his way towards his target, the bomb detonated prematurely, sparing the lives of countless innocent people. The explosion, which could have caused unspeakable destruction, instead claimed only one life: the bomber himself. A passerby, identified as Leonid, was injured but miraculously survived despite being thrown into the midst of the flames. Leonid said the following: "I didn't see anything unusual, and then suddenly there was a huge explosion. I flew off of my scooter, surrounded by fire. It felt like a scene from a movie, a giant explosion, and there I was, right in the middle of it. The doctors told me I'm lucky to be alive." At 8 p.m. that evening, a synagogue in the neighborhood was filled with worshippers. A synagogue is a place where Jews gather to pray, study, and celebrate life events. On that night, 2 memorial services and a wedding were taking place in the same building. The synagogue was packed with people unaware of the danger that lurked outside. Nearby, the bomber, a man from the city of Nablus, sat on a bench preparing to carry out his deadly mission. He was unknown to the police or security forces, a lone wolf intent on causing destruction. As he arranged explosives, perhaps planning to enter the Bar Yochai synagogue located nearby, the bomb unexpectedly detonated. This tragic event could have been far worse, but instead it was averted. Just days before this attempted attack, Rabbi Maslow ben Shimon, a respected religious leader, had visited the area. He came to deliver a Torah lecture, a traditional Jewish teaching session, to celebrate the opening of a study group. During his talk, Rabbi Ben Shimon made a profound statement: "In the merit of this great and holy place, difficult things will be averted from here." At the time, no one realized how prophetic his words would be. The bomber moved from west to east, passing by stores, a fruit shop, and another place of Jewish learning called the Yosef Chaim Yeshiva. When he reached this area and sat on the bench, something incredible happened. It seems his bomb malfunctioned, what many would call a miracle. The people here are now cleaning up the shards and debris caused by the explosion, but it could have been so much worse. At that moment, inside the synagogue, the congregation was engaged in the evening prayers known as Arvit or Ma'ariv. Suddenly, the entire building shook with a powerful explosion. Windows shattered, and the people inside rushed out fearing the worst. What they discovered was that a disaster had been narrowly avoided. We're here with Chaim Goren, deputy mayor of Tel Aviv, who is also responsible for security in the city. Mr. Goren, how is the city handling this new threat where a terrorist unknown to anyone can walk freely in the streets of Tel Aviv? Chaim Goren responded the following: "Yes, this incident reminds us of a similar attack that occurred a year ago, where a terrorist targeted a busy street. There was no prior warning, and sadly one of our security inspectors lost his life. However, the quick actions of another inspector prevented further tragedy. In this case, our security teams are on high alert, doing everything possible to keep our city safe. Our security forces are patrolling every possible location, working tirelessly to prevent such attacks. We have numerous volunteer emergency response teams that play a crucial role in maintaining safety in our city." Incredibly, this story ended in a miracle. Had the bomber continued towards the synagogue, the outcome could have been devastating. He was likely moments away from entering a building filled with people when the bomb went off prematurely. It's believed that this explosion happened just outside the synagogue, a place that was packed with people praying for peace. There was supposed to be a wedding that evening after the prayer services with about 100 people present. If the bomber had gotten just a few meters closer, the consequences would have been unthinkable. Yet the community continued with the wedding, undeterred by the events. Recognizing that a powerful miracle had occurred, the bomber had no chance to harm others. It's as if the synagogue itself prevented him from entering. As we look inside, we see the aftermath, broken glass and debris scattered across the floor. Yet the people inside were protected. The synagogue, a place of prayer and study, became a sanctuary in the most literal sense. The synagogue is a vibrant center of Jewish life. Every evening it hosts study sessions where people continue to learn about their faith. Even on that faithful night, despite the explosion, the study continued. A video from that evening shows young men studying even as emergency lights flickered. The message is clear. No act of terror can stop the pursuit of knowledge and spiritual growth. During normal times, the synagogue welcomes people from all walks of life, religious and secular alike, to come and study. It's a place where anyone can learn about the rich traditions of Judaism, one-on-one with a teacher. Whether it's learning about the Talmud, Jewish law, or just seeking wisdom, the doors are always open. This place is more than just a building. It's a symbol of resilience, faith, and the power of community. Despite the fear and chaos of that night, the people here continued with their prayers, their studies, and even their celebrations. They know that they are part of something bigger, something greater, that they are protected in ways that go beyond human understanding. If you'd like this video, please subscribe, comment below, and share with someone who would appreciate it. Thank you very much.